The Cosmovitral is a stained glass mural and botanical garden located in Toluca, Mexico. The building takes its name from the mural which is set in the building's huge window that surrounds the building and the ceiling. The building originally was constructed in 1910 as the 16 de September market. It was not until 1975 when the first female mayor of Toluca, Yolanda Senties, had the market relocated and successfully got enough social and political support to transform the building into a space for art. The Cosmovitral was designed by the notable artisan Leopoldo Flores. The building began as the 16 de September market constructed between 1909 and 1910 with the aim of opening it for centennial of Mexico's independence. It was the first permanent market building in the city. The building is Art Nouveau, designed by engineer Manuel Arratia, with the metalwork done by Fundidora Yaceros Monterrey. The building covers a half hectare and only the bottom third is of concrete. The upper two thirds and the roof are made of metal and glass. The design of the building resembles a train station. The market was the most important in Toluca, and on Fridays, this market would be surrounded by a flea market that would block many of the roads around it. And the building was closed as a market in 1975. When the market was closed, there were several ideas about what to do with the space. Some wanted to sell it to private interest, some wanted to clear it for a plaza, but Leopoldo Flores successfully lobbied to make the building's huge windows and ceiling into a space for art. It was also decided to convert the floor space into a botanical garden. The concept of Leopoldo Flores was novel, a mural done in stained glass that would encircle the building on its window and run along the ceiling. Before executing it, the artist spent a year studying and developing the concept and working on the engineering issues. The name of the mural is Cosmovitral, which is an anagram of cosmos and vitro, Spanish for glass. The name is now used for the building as well as the artwork. The theme of the work is man and his relationship with the universe. The first stage of the work was to construct the windows. Flores and 60 artisans worked for 3 years, from 1978 to 1980. The window mural consists of 71 models which cover an area of about 3,200 meters squared. The work uses approximately 75 tons of metal supports, 45 tons of blown glass, and 25 tons of lead to join the about 100,000 glass pieces, which range in size from 15 to 45 centimeters. 28 different colors of glass were used, most of which came from Italy, Germany, France, Belgium, Japan, Canada, and the United States. On the north side of the building, blues dominate with rare colors, and on the south side, the sun is placed on the east side. The windows are the largest of their kind in the world. The theme depicted by the window centers on the universe dualities and antagonisms, the struggle between life and death, good and evil, day and night, and creation and destruction, all shown in a cosmic continuum. In 1980, with the artwork and botanical garden in place, the Cosmovitral opened to the public in 1980. Due to the changes in the local government, work on the building stopped shortly after the 1980 opening. 10 years later, the work would begin again, this time on the ceiling portion of the work called the Cosmoplafon, which runs from one end of the building to the other. The main focus of the work is a panel with a fiery sun bearing the image of a man who represents mankind. The image represents mankind in perfect harmony with the forces of creation, virtue, art, science, truth, beauty, wisdom, and other qualities. This panel is known as the Hombre Sol, or Sun Man. Each year, on the spring equinox, the sun aligns with the Hombre Sol. This annual event lasts about 20 minutes in the late afternoon, and is celebrated with a classical music concert, timed to the passing of the sun. When the rays of the sun pass through the stained glass work, the image of the sun shines brighter, as it is on fire. Sometimes the equinox show is hosted by Leopoldo Flores himself, which he last did in 2004. The Hombre Sol has become the symbol of Toluca and the state of Mexico. The botanical garden contains over 500 of plant species from both Mexico State and around the world. In the center is a bust of A.C. Matsuda, a Japanese scientist who is known for his research into the flora of Mexico State, classifying more than 6,000 species. Another monument in the garden is the Lantern of Friendship, which was a gift from the Santana Prefecture to the state of Mexico when the two became sister states in 1980. The garden hosts arts exhibition and other events such as an exposition and workshop event on bonsai plants. Cosmovitral is not only a work of art, it is also a space of convergence between light, the cosmos, and the nature, and forming a botanical garden with hundreds of specimens of species from all continents and various sources. Visiting the Cosmovitral means venturing into a world of light and vegetation, into a work of art completely alive, which charges different meanings depending on the eyes of those who want to contemplate.